Ciao a tutti, io mi chiamo Elise and I am in Italy, in Urbino, for about a week now. If you guys have seen my previous videos, you know that I was talking about coming here, and honestly, I did not think that this was gonna happen. It's like you can't believe it until it's actually here. And even though it's actually here, I still have this moment like, what the heck? I'm in Italy right now? Like, so I wanted to tell you a little bit about what we are going to be doing today. In about 15 minutes, I'm gonna go meet my group. We're gonna go get coffee at this coffee shop that we really like. We made friends with I'm guessing he's the owner. He's the only one I ever see working there. So he also has like the best pistachio. I'm trying to remember it in Italian. Pistachio. Never mind. Anyways, sorry. So yeah, we're going to get some coffee because I need to pick me up today. I have been having a hard time sleeping since I got here, and I don't know what it is. I just like have a hard time turning my brain off. After the coffee shop, we are meeting at the bus stop by our dorm. Once we meet at the dorms, we are going to take the bus and we're going to, I keep forgetting where it is, but basically it's this farm where they're going to be doing like wine tasting, olive oil tasting, and all of those things. So today I'm going to be taking you guys with me, and let's go. So this is our daily walk to the cafe, and as you can see, there is some beautiful graffiti on the wall. I pass this quote every single day. One of the things that I love about Europe in general is just the fact that you don't need to have a car in order to get to anything that you need. Your grocery store, the cafe, the school, it's all within walking distance. And then it's only if you need to travel outside the city that you could also take by train or bus, because you're not having to travel there as frequently as you need to travel within your own city. The cafe is about a 5-minute walk, and we get there and we always will order a coffee and a pastry. I like to get un cappuccino con latte di soya, and then some sort of cornetto. Another thing that I have loved so much about studying abroad in Europe is how cheap everything is. I can get a cornetto and a cappuccino for $3. Something that at Starbucks would cost me like, I don't know, $17 to $20. I remember passing a gas station and the gas was like $1.60. That's crazy. So we chat, we hang out, we drink our coffee and everything, and then we head on over to the buses. We got there right on time, and then we had a really beautiful bus ride. I thought I might take a nap while on the bus, but then I ended up staying up because the views were just so beautiful. We went right through the rolling hills, and I loved this part where there were these clouds that were actually like in the hills, in the mountains. I feel like I've only seen those in pictures. It was so cool. We get to the farm and we had an amazing tour guide. He has lived there, like worked on the farm like his whole life, and I guess he basically told us about how his farm was passed down through generations of his family, and then he gave a little bit of insight into the farming in Italy and the fact that farmers used to be like something crazy like 70%, and now it's down to like 3% of Italy's population are farmers. He explained some of that was being able to get it cheaper from other places that don't have as good of land. Like for example, he talked about in grocery stores you may see made in Italy, but what it means is packaged in Italy, and they actually will purchase the grains from Canada for super cheap. And he talked about how purchasing grains from Canada where it's colder climate and it doesn't grow as well, it's not as good of quality, so of course that's why it's cheaper. Whereas he talked about the landscape of Italy and why they do have such amazing food and produce is because of its shape being on, you know, the coast and everything, and also being through multiple landscapes. So he talked a lot about the biodiversity and the importance of, you know, what you're putting into your body. And they did a wine tasting and olive oil tasting, and the olive oil was so good. I don't think I've ever had olive oil where it's like I can literally taste every single flavor. I tried 2 different olive oils and they tasted like vastly different. The first one was my favorite, but then he gave us a pamphlet, and I will go ahead and drop their Instagram in the description. That way, if you guys are interested, you can actually get their products as well. Not sponsored, I just really liked it, and it was really good, and we love supporting small businesses. After the wine tasting, we had some free time to like look at the rolling hills, check out the view, which was so beautiful, and then also had like such cute animals around. They had a pony, they had a peacock, which I've never seen a peacock in person in my entire life. There was a pony, there was a peacock, oh, and then there was a little goat, and goats are my favorite animals ever. I was so excited. She was so cute. She was falling asleep the whole time. Her eyes were just like lightly closing. I feel like she was just adoring the attention. I ended up getting a bag of pasta before leaving. We went ahead and headed on to the bus, where we went to a restaurant, and this was sort of our welcome lunch for coming into the program. They made some vegan items for me, so if you are studying abroad and you are vegan or vegetarian or maybe celiac or any other thing where you might need some sort of adjustment, they are very open and willing to work with you as long as you just let them know beforehand. Honestly, that was the best vegan food I've ever tasted in my whole life. They made this thing at the end. It was like a flan. It was so good, so good. When we walked up, there were these two little kitties. That has also been one of my favorite things about Italy, is the amount of cats just everywhere. Like, oh, I just want to pet them all. They're all just so cute. I just watched them through the window the whole time we were there. Then we finished up our lunch, took some group photos, and then we went ahead and headed back to the city, and that was how we spent the majority of our day. So thank you so much for tuning in to practically like that kind of ties off the first week of this program. So I will be keeping you guys updated for the rest of the 12 weeks. I have some exciting things ahead to share with you guys. So yeah, if you want to subscribe, follow. I also have an Instagram where I will be posting reels and pictures that I might not get onto these, so go ahead and check that out. I'll also be doing a competition with the social media page at Study Abroad Italy, where they'll be reposting the videos and photos that I make. So if you guys like my videos, if you want to help support me in this sort of competition, you can go like them on their page, and the person with the most traction basically will win a dinner at the end. So just saying, if you want to help a girl out. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining in. Bye.